Breaking news: Finland finally drags Simon Èkpá to court as court trial begins in Finland. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. Please make sure you share this video and make it go viral as we continue to give you more updated news as it stands. We'll be giving you the court update of Mazi Simon Èkpá as it happened for Finland. The news: the trial of Simon Èkpá, the Biafran Prime Minister, has commenced in Finland as land. Simon Èkpá was earlier arrested by the Finnish authorities over allegation of inciting violence and promoting terrorism through his social media channel. He was arrested in November 2024, alongside 4 other people accused of the same crime. And I gave you a news, yesterday, that those 4 people have actually been released by the Finnish, court. They were set free because of the fact that they didn't find any, crime or anything against them. So the Finnish court released them based on the fact that they are innocent. They did not commit any crime. In a statement issued by Finland National Prosecution Authority, Mazi Simon Èkpá's trial commenced after he was charged with suspected incitement with intent to commit terrorism and participation in the activities of a terrorist group. This is trash. This is trash. Now, you arrested somebody with intent, because of intent to commit terrorism. Now, it is no longer terrorism. You people have scrapped out the terrorism charge because you've seen that he did not participate in any terrorist activities. Now, the same thing you people are also holding. The Nigerian hands are in this thing. You see the zoo. I can hand on at this thing like big time. Both the zoo, both the United Kingdom, their hands are in this, and it is actually painful that Finland is actually giving in to this. This is not the first time you've actually arrested Simon Èkpá. The first time, it didn't even take you more than 24 hours to release him, because after every effort, in making sure you investigate him, you found out that this guy, has nothing to do with terrorism. So why will you keep on dragging him, finding something to hold him accountable of? Now, you are holding an innocent man because of incitement with intent to commit terrorism. So he hasn't actually committed it. He hasn't committed it. That is what you're saying. With intent to commit terrorism and participation in the activities of a terrorist group. Which group is a terrorist group? The only recognized terrorist group is the BH. That is the only terrorist group. And Mazi Simon Èkpá has no business with the BH, the Bokos, and the rest of them. He has no business with any terrorist group. Nigeria proscribed the IPOB movement, not worldwide. The world refused to proscribe them as a terrorist group because, other countries have seen their activities and have come out to say that these people are not terrorist organizations. They've not participated in anything that has to do with terrorism. So what are they saying? Now, even if you're dragging Simon Èkpá in participating in the activities of a terrorist group, Simon Èkpá came out and said he is not part of IPOB. Brigi is not a terrorist group. Brigi has no business with terrorism. Even in Nigeria, they've not prescribed anything, Brigi. So what is Finland saying? What are they trying to do, and what are they trying to achieve by holding, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá? The Finnish prosecutor said Èkpá had committed the listed crime between 2021 and 2024 in the city of Lati. Then why did you release him the first time you arrested him? After your investigation, why did you release him? If you feel he has committed this crime within this period or this space, why did you release him after the whole investigation? The hands of the zoo government are in this, and I strongly believe that the United Kingdom and other people are also in this, and they are dragging Finland to destruction because it will affect Finland. Let us go and mark this word. If Finland does not do the right thing, if they don't retrace their step and release the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, it is going to affect them, and not just affecting them, it will affect their economy because people will be scared to even invest in their country. Now, finally, in addition, the prosecutor said it had dropped the charges against the 4 other arrested alongside Èkpá. The Finnish authorities said the charges against the co-accused person were dropped due to lack of evidence. Now, which evidence are they holding Simon Èkpá for? Which evidence are they holding Simon Èkpá for? Before we even round up, I forgot to mention, although the prosecutor in the statement described the accused person as a Finn without giving out his name, YLE, a broadcaster in Finland identified by the defendant as Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. Now, to conclude this whole thing, this whole shenanigan, or this, illegal act of the Finnish government, it is illegal, please. They are not being sincere to themselves. And then if truly Finland was gotten, through freedom, like they fought for their freedom, the same thing that, Biafra is all about, the same thing that Simon Èkpá is fighting for, then Finland should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. First of all, I've said this in times without number. Simon Èkpá has no business still be under the be under the Finnish prison at this point in time. And one thing I hate about this type of case, to tell you that the zoo government and other powerful international communities are, going to make sure they frustrate everything that has to do with the Biafran freedom. They are going to make sure they pend this case. And that is my fear. After pending this case for years, that is my fear. Because see what they are trying to do. They are trying to cut off every wings that give Biafrans power. They've held Mazenam Kanu now. They've taken Simon Èkpá and Joko. They might also go further to take Ngozi Orabreze if time is not taken, and we are praying it doesn't get to that stage. We are praying and hoping. So these people, these international communities are trying to cut off every power that is germinating in Africa. I've said this thing, go and mark it. And the reality about this whole thing is that, look at Ibrahim Traore, who is coming up. Do you see the way they are trying to frustrate him out? Do you see the way they've been sending people to buy Ibrahim Traore because they know the power that this young man possesses? Now they don't know how to arrest him. Now they are accusing him wrongly of stealing his people's money. Thank God for his people that have actually stood by him together. And that is that togetherness that we don't have in Biafran land. Let me tell you, if Biafrans forget about this faction, I am against Simon Èkpá, I am for Mazenam Kanu, I am not for Simon Èkpá. If we can leave this so-called faction and unite together, to fight these people. Fight doesn't mean necessarily, Ebabu Mato, that kind of thing. Normal, that is part of it. But if we can fight in unity, standing gidigba, both internationally and locally, speaking with one voice, defending our heroes with one voice, nobody, no international community or country, whatsoever, we do we stample on Biafrans. No, this pattern that Finland is using is going to backfire. Go and mark it. It's going to backfire. And when it backfire, it's going to affect them in every way. Their GDP and everything will be affected drastically, and they will know what they have done to themselves. We'll keep on raising our voice for the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko, and also we'll make sure we give you all the updated news, happening concerning this matter of Simon Èkpá's trial. It has begun, and we'll be giving you information about it. So stay tuned. I'll also be dropping more further news on the other channels concerning this Simon Èkpá trial. Make sure you share this video. Let the world know, and let the world continue to hear our voice that our Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is held illegally. God bless you.